What is the American dream? Is it something that is unrealistic? Something that is only a dream and nothing else? Is it just a phrase? Is it a cliche? These are some things that people tend to think of when those two words are presented. Over a period of time, the coined term, the American dream, has changed. And this is where the story begins. In the beginnings, the American dream is a national ethos of the United States, a set of ideals in which freedom includes the opportunity for prosperity and success. It is an upward social mobility achieved through hard work. In the definition of the American dream by James Truslow Adams in 1931, life should be better and richer and fuller for everyone, with the opportunity for each according to ability or achievement, regardless of the social class or circumstances of birth. The idea of the American dream is rooted in the United States Declaration of Independence, which proclaims that all men are created equal, and that they are endowed by their creators with certain inalienable rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The American dream is presented through movies, books, word of mouth, and people's own personal testimonies of how they came, if they started from the bottom, and if now they're here. But there's one thing people cannot even get a grasp of, and that's their own dreams. I have here at the table a lovely lady. Her name is Kara Hoy. So, hi Kara, how you doing?
Hi, Justin.
Alright. Well, can you just tell me about yourself?
Sure. I'm a junior at Penn Harrisburg.
Okay.
I grew up in Camp Hill. I participate in soccer and Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
Okay, so those are the things you do on campus? Alright, that's nice. I just want to know, are you familiar with the American dream?
Yes.
And how so?
My sociology classes in college.
So you know enough. You're not a guru or an expert or anything, but you know enough to explain yourself about the American dream and pretty much what you believe in about it.
I believe so.
Okay. So what does the American dream mean to our society today?
I would think it changed a lot over the years. It more has to do with making money, being famous.
Okay. Is it just why being famous though? Like, is there something towards being famous, or what?
Because social media has helped change the image of what famous is being like.
So with today's society, what does it mean to you?
To me, I think it deals with being happy and being successful and being happy in your field that you're being successful in.
Define being successful though.
Having a little bit more than what you need, being comfortable.
Okay. So it's not just, about the fame or anything like that, but the success is just based upon, how comfortable you feel within yourself, correct?
Correct.
At an early age, what was your American dream?
I think the typical American dream, I guess, growing up, having a family, being successful, getting a job, having a house with a white picket fence.
And 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
And did it change?
I think so. Growing up, you realize a lot more. You're not as naive as you were when you were a child. Realizing that not everything is the same. Not everyone gets married. Not everyone has a good, successful job. Realizing that marriages fail.
Is that answer is a phenomenal answer. Is that just from what your parents, taught you growing up as a kid and the stuff that you've seen on TV? And then when you're growing up, seeing the changes, actually experiencing the changes with friends and family, do you think that made an impact on how your American dream was altered?
I think so. You see a lot more on social media, like in the news and on advertisements. You see more of the struggle. You see more of the divorced families. You see more of the poverty and all the struggles in life.
Oh, okay. So for me personally, the American dream, I believe, is all based on how bad you want it. It's all based on your inner self, the motivation behind yourself. So what is something that is keeping you going to be on task of your American dream today?
I mean, I would agree that it's how bad you want it, but at the same time, you kind of have to step back and look at all of the things, like all of the different aspects of it, like your family, your job, and kind of balancing both of them.
Okay. Well, thank you for those answers, Kara, and good luck with your American dream. Hey Matthew, how you doing today?
I'm alright, how you doing?
I'm doing alright. So can you just tell me about yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm a sophomore now, about to be done in a couple of days. I'm on the soccer team here. I'm an electrical engineer, so I'm in IEEE, and I participate in Thon from time to time.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. Are you familiar with the American dream?
Yes.
And how so?
Well, it's basically things I've heard or things I've seen on the internet. I mean, Wikipedia is my life. So it's basically, people growing up, they think it's like basically what they want to be when they grow up. It's they want to move forward. They want to better themselves. They always want more. You want to be better than what you have right now. So
okay. Well, it seems like Wikipedia did some good justice and hit you with a little bit of knowledge. So with that, what does the American dream mean to our society today?
Today it's still people trying to do better, trying to get money basically.
Get money?
Get money.
Is it just getting money, or is it like huge amounts of money, or
like
what?
Ridiculous amounts of money?
Okay.
People have basically they're chasing money. That's basically they'll think happiness is from money. It's not fulfilling themselves with other people anymore. It's all about money.
Do you think it's based on how the economy has changed over the period of time because of that?
It might have been. I mean, once we hit the recession, a bunch of people thought that money was the only thing that could make them happy, and once they were losing it, they needed it again. So then with recession, people were just realized how much money affected their lives.
Okay. Well, now, what does the American mean to you, Matthew?
American dream for me has always been, as a kid, it's always been trying to do, I see my parents, seeing what my parents do, they're hardworking people. I always want to be the guy who people can turn to. I want to be that guy who's, people in society know who you are, they can turn to you, things like that. I've always wanted to be that hard-working person, get some success out of it.
So with, getting the success out of it, you're in college and you're a sophomore. So what is just, stripping down the word the American dream? Like, after college, like, what do you want to do? What do you want your future to be like? Like, what's the stuff that you want so bad,
Right now, it's definitely job. Definitely chasing a job. Having a job, basically feel like I have a secure future. With the job comes the money, obviously, and then I can meet people through the job. I can put in the hard work that I've always, tried to do, and better myself. Continue to better myself in my life.
Okay. Well, at an early age, what was your American dream?
Well, at an early age, let's see. I was always a fan of Looney Tunes and stuff like that. So, I wanted to do something that made me happy, basically. It really had nothing to do with money at all. It was what would make me the happiest. But that seems to have changed. I never thought I'd be an electrical engineer, if you asked me as a kid. I definitely thought I'd be like an astronaut or the typical, something like that. Maybe a cop or something.
Now, is it... with you saying you've seen Looney Tunes and you wanting to be like an astronaut and just wanting to be happy, is that because you were like naive to like the truths of the world, the realness of the world and stuff like that?
I definitely could put some of it on that because as a kid, when all you want to do is be happy, you don't really take into account that there are definite hardships that you need to overcome.
Yes.
There's definitely some realities you face as you grow up that make you realize that, having fun and being well off and being secure are two different things.
Okay. Okay, well, pretty much what this whole, documentary is about is what I I personally believe the American dream is. And that's just pretty much from what I've seen in my English class. To me, it's based on your will, your inner self, and what pushes you to keep going. Now, with what I just said, do you think any of those things are keeping you going? Like, do you have something that's in your heart, that's pushing you to keep going, to graduate, or to do the best that you can in soccer, to find a job, to be successful? Like, is there something that's keep pushing you, that's only unique to yourself?
Well, I would like to think so. I think hard work and willpower are definitely a lot of everything I do with soccer or school or whatever. It's definitely a desire to succeed. I want to be the best at everything I do. I try in everything I do. I don't see the point in not giving everything if you're in something. So, something unique to myself, I just want to be the best, I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Matthew, for the interview, and I'll see you on the soccer field and stuff like that.
No problem.
All right, my man. Thank you. I was not able to, get my third person here because it's my mother, Valerie Henderson, and she's very, close and dear to me. So I sent her some questions, and she was able to put it in a paragraph form. So I'm just going to read it from what I have on my iPad right here. The American dream, I believe, is something that has completely changed. From when I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, being the oldest, my parents wanted me to go through high school and then college. After that, they wanted me to find the right gentleman so I could get married and start a family and have kids. Going to college was a big deal, but today, it doesn't seem so based upon the society that we live in. Over time, the dream has changed, and from what I have seen on TV, everyone wants to be the next big thing. Money is not the pursuit of happiness. It can only help you, but you will always want more. I feel like I did reach my American dream, and that's because I wanted to make sure my two sons were brought up with living in a safe environment, going to school, and doing the right things that they have, and beyond more than that. So I can say that I am currently living in my American dream. There you go. About the journey for the American dream, my belief is it's all based right here. It's your will, it's your determination, it's the stuff that motivates you, keeps you going. From what I've seen in our class and from the books and the movies that we've seen, American Dream stood out. That reason, because in 2 cases they were successful. One, and only one, it was not successful. That's because the character didn't have it in here. What I mean by that is with the character Frank. In the movie, it is shown that Frank is trying to leave and he wants to go to Paris. However, he is talking about, well, where am I going to work? April says, you know what, you stay at home while I work. You think about what you want to do. He doesn't know what he wants to do. He doesn't know what his American dream is. Thus, the conclusion of their relationship ending and falling apart. With the other situations where they both passed was with Michael and Hannah. Michael's American dream at first was to be with Hannah, even though the age difference was completely different. It was completely different. But he was able to see who Hannah was. And then over time, the American dream for him was to let go. For Hannah, her American dream was to be able to read. Within that, they succeeded. And the last person is Sir Spielman. And that's the main person that made me want to do this, the American dream, because he wanted to survive. He went through hardships through the movie. And that movie was incredible to see. Dying, realization of it was just him and only him. The American dream is all based upon what's in here, what motivates you, what pushes you, and what keeps you going. Because for myself, my American dream is still what it was 2-3 years ago. After I graduate, I want to play soccer. After I graduate, I want to find a job. I want to find a job to be successful, not to make all this money and be famous and everything like that. Would be good. But my American dream is just to be successful and be able to provide for myself. I can live comfortably